Okay, let's see if this thing works. This is What's Up Day for August 1st, 2017. This is my stream, which I just talked to my friends on the internet. I'll archive this later. It's been a while since I've done one of these things. Just make sure that audio is happening over here on the other computer. So what's new? That seems to be working. What's new? Well, I've been busy just with work stuff. Doing a lot of coding. I've also not been time tracking lately. I've been trying to develop this new form for sort of a timeless and taskless productivity system. The idea is there's some way that I can just be naturally productive without having to make lists of tasks and so forth. So what I've been doing lately, though, is I've been using I've been in the Discord chat room, or virtual co-working chat room, and I've been using the accountability chat room. Let me show you this room really quick. The accountability chat room here, and I've been making these lists. I don't know if you can see this, of things that I've been doing and updating it to the day. So there's a bunch of other people that's doing this. People used to be posting their OKRs in here, but I dropped my OKRs about a month ago because they didn't seem to be aligned with what I really wanted to do anymore. So I've been kind of, I guess you could say that I've drawn back my my high-level productivity stuff. I'm just doing day-by-day stuff right now while I'm trying to figure this all out. On the plus side, things seem to be going fairly well in that I seem to be getting a better sense of what I can do every day and having a sense that it's okay that I'm not getting, lots and lots of stuff done, but I'm still getting stuff done, and that in hindsight actually is pretty useful. Speaking of which, the chat room has been pretty active lately. We've got a few more people in it. We've added another room for Chat Technical where we talk about, just going to go off into the weeds and the different subjects. This is turning out to be quite an interesting place for me, anyway. And I think some other people are starting to enjoy it as well, which is nice. Let's see, what else is going on? In terms of show and tell, let me just get some stuff out of the way. Some books. Auxiliary, let me switch to this camera. I'm glad the setup still works. Just see if this will actually... So, this is a book. This is the Nancy Drew Sleuth book, and I remember reading about this when I was a kid. At the back of the Nancy Drew books, these were the ones that were in the 60s and 70s. There would be a big list of the books. Oh, like this, and they would tell you all the books that you couldn't get. And since we had moved to Taiwan by then, and getting any English books was really difficult, so we would look at this list and see which ones we couldn't get or we hadn't seen before. And this book, I think this is the book. This book was always listed as one of the last ones, and we had never ever seen it. And I don't see it now even. Maybe it's on the next page. But yeah, at the back of these, there was that. I also got the life-changing manga of tidying up. This is Marie Kondo's the comic book version of her book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. And it's just in manga format, and it's kind of enjoyable. It's a nice refresher on the Marie Kondo, if it doesn't bring you joy, get rid of it approach, along with, I guess you could say, an illustrated example of how it all comes together. That was a fun book. Along with that, I got this book. I haven't even opened it. This is, actually, let's take a look at this. I think this is a workbook. I just remember seeing it going, oh my god, there's another Marie Kondo book. So I had to get it before someone told me, oh, it's just a workbook. You're not missing anything out on it. So I don't know what's in this. Some people really hate Marie Kondo, but I love her. I like her system. There's a kind of brutal quality to it, like, if it doesn't bring you joy, get rid of it. Rather than clinging to it. I don't know. This looks like a bunch of almost reflections. I guess it's more detailed versions of It goes into more detail than her original book. You know, how to fold a camisole, which is I guess that's a camisole. And then how to fold parkas and turtlenecks. So it's kind of the Scout handbook version of the of the original book. This is actually kind of cute. It shows all these different ways of organizing things and packing things. Although her point is like you don't store things. You get rid of as much stuff as possible, and then whatever's left over is what you end up keeping. They got these vinyl stickers for Gamer Cat, which is I saw these stickers originally in Facebook in the Messenger app, and this is actually a web comic I found out. And you know, I just like this cat a lot. I think I might have shown these stickers before. And what else do we have? This is another Nancy Drew handbook I was not aware of. This one is, I think, written later. The layout is a little bit more modern looking, although it's modern retro. This is, I think this must have been printed more recently. Let's see, this is printed in China, so it's not vintage. Here's the date, 2007. You know, so but it has handy things like manage your hair when the convertible top is down, and cope with a bad hair day and other hair emergencies. Look 18 when you're not. I guess those, and then there's like detecting clues. Is chapter 3. Be a good sleuth. Disguise yourself and go undercover. How to follow suspect unobserved. How to escape from a locked trunk. Decipher a coded message. Clues to love and romance. Tell when a man is attracted to you. Assess his mirroring technique. Watch for an increase in the frequency of his blinks. I didn't know that one. Watch his eyes for further clues. Read his brow. And determine a man's character by the shoes he wears. Sounds useful. Get the most out of your date. Let's see, what is this part? Write SOS backwards with lipstick. Escape from a locked room. Don't panic, you overhelp. Pound on the walls. Tap SOS with the heel of your shoe. Search your surroundings for a tool to help you escape. These are all like practical tips, I guess. Outfit your car for emergencies. Alright, the next book on the list is this one my sister told me about. The Little Book of Skincare, Korean Beauty Secrets for Healthy Glowing Skin. Now my sister's been super into, I guess like Korean skincare has been, I guess, a trend recently, in that their approach to skincare is different than Western skincare. And I think one of the things in Korea is that good skincare is regarded as a right and not a luxury. And so, you know, this is a book that was written by a blogger named Charlotte Cho. And she actually went to Korea and worked there as a California-raised Korean American. Didn't fit in, had terrible skincare and hair regimens, and they all helped her fix that. And so now she has a company that imports this stuff. So my sister and her friend Sarah, they were all into this, and my sister gave me this mask that is supposed to clear your face up. And so I've been kind of fascinated by like how to take better care of my skin because I'm getting old and stuff. So been getting that. So I got this mango shaped. I think this is a sunblock, SPF 50 plus or something like that. And I've got like weird little devices like this thing, which after you go through this regimen of double cleansing, toning, adding essence, then moisturizing, you can use this device to measure the amount of oil you have in your skin and how much water hydration there is. So it's, you know, it was like, you know, $19 or something like that, but I think we all got them, my sister and her friend and me, so we can see if our skin is doing well. Just fun. Someone suggested I get this book by Herman Hesse called Steppenwolf, and I can't remember why. profound and memorable, affecting story of Harry Haller embodies one of Hesse's most personally felt themes, the wrenching conflict between the needs of the flesh and the spirit, is accompanied by a searing appraisal of Western civilization. It was recommended that I read it. I think Roberto in the chat room, like, I had said something about existentialist crisis or something like that, and he was suggesting this book. Let's see, some notebooks. And then this book, who recommended this? I think it was Vicky in the chat room. Full Catastrophe Living, Stress Management. Mindfulness, yes. This was a book recommended to me because it talked about mindfulness as I guess a health thing. I got this used. I've been trying to buy a lot of books used recently to save some money. So mindfulness is of interest to me. This was a book that was recommended, so I thought it would be worthwhile looking at. At least I'll run the fast book outliner on this. Atkins. This is the new Atkins. This is a revised version of it. I'm told this is 2010. Apparently, I think this book came out originally, the original Atkins came out in the 70s or the 80s or something like that. And since then, there's been a lot more medical research and nutrition science stuff that's happened since then. So I would like to lose a lot of fat. So I'm thinking about trying the 2-week induction on this again to see how that goes. My goal is to lose 4 to 6 inches off of my waist. So I may do that in August. I'm just gonna suck it up and not enjoy food, but I've enjoyed food for a good many years, so maybe that will be okay. Then finally, I'd ordered some notebooks recently. I was looking for a good notebook to carry around with me. This is a Japanese NanoSign notebook. It's a top-bound. What is this? I don't think this is A5, but it's like a gridded notebook. It has perfed pages on it. Very, very, very light grid on it. The other side's blank. It's too nice to write in actually, so I'm not sure what to do with it. It just has a very nice feel to it. This is like a thick vinyl cover. This is like a nice thick back thing. I'm not sure how much it would cost to make that. And then I ordered from the WritePad people. Is it WritePad? Yeah, this company in Baltimore, where they make here they make these notebooks. This was recommended by people on Twitter, and they actually, I think it's some sort of charitable organization. If you go to their website, if you look up, is it on here? Writepads.com. You can see that they, I think they either employ people who are hard on their luck or something, or they donate profits to the schools, something like that. But they're nice sustainable things. This is a reporter style notebook that I got because I love reporter style notebooks. This thing was expensive though. I think it was like $12 or something like that. But I guess it goes to a good cause and it's probably sustainable in some way. We can just open the damn thing. Let's see what it looks like. So it has a nice, like this part over here. It's debossed. Is it embossed? Does embossed come up or debossed go down? I can't remember which one it is. There's a nice rubber band that has the name on it to hold markers. Nice paper, nice double wire binding. I always like that, so it folds flat. It's sturdier, and the cardboard is nice and thick. If I tried to use such cardboard, it would probably cost me $1.50 per side, and the paper would probably be itself, I don't know, it would probably cost me $7 or $8 to produce this thing, if not more. I don't know if I wanted to make something like this, but always trying to figure out ways of making stuff. Cardboard's surprisingly expensive when you're buying in low quantities. That this is made in America though is like a kind of a nice thing about it. And then again, not sure where this is made. This is from Baron Fig. which, who told me about this? I think it was Aaron on Twitter suggested these. So I got 2 of them. So this is like a high-end, I guess, affordable high-end stationery store based in New York City. These are the Cahiers, Vanguard. So basically I was looking for small notebooks to carry around with in my bag, because my full-size notebook wasn't cutting it. This looks like it has like a nice dot grid, nice light gray dot grid on all of the pages. I think for 3 of these, it was like something like $9, something like that. Not too bad. Quality feels good. Nice paper. Maybe I'll use these for my carry-on notebook. What I really want is a notebook that had good quality paper that I could fold flat and write in like this. So when I'm sketching and things like that. So that's what I'm looking for. These aren't quite like that. In that sense, the memo sign, this one, the Japanese one, this is a little bit more suitable toward it because I can do it like this, and it's flat. Although it's not the same on each side here, so maybe that's an issue that I need to resolve. But I could use it like this. And so that's like this is a pretty good size, I think, and it lies really flat. I actually like this one. Maybe this is the one I should be using. It's got the nice rounded corners too. Although interestingly, let's see, the covers are rounded, but the pages are not. These corners are not rounded. So they actually stick out a little bit? No, the cover's a little bit longer. It's a little bit awkward though. Maybe they save some money doing that. And then this is their what's this called? This is the Confidant dot grid hardcover. I like hardcover notebooks as well. This actually comes in a whole hardcover box, which probably explains why it costs more. This box itself probably cost a nice chunk of money. Got damaged in transit. It was, I think, packaged in a USPS envelope. Baron Fig Confidant. Look for ideas designed for by people like you. Opens flat, blank ruled or dot grid. I think this is dot grid. Smart dimensions, quality lasting paper. So like my half-size ETP notebooks, this is, I think, big enough so you can hold a half-size in it. It's a little bit wider. But yeah, this is like it opens flat. You just have to break in the binding a little bit. This is nice. I like this. This is the gray one because I was curious how that would be. And I don't know where it's made. Does it say? This is made in Taiwan. At least it's from the homeland. Yeah. I should look into having stuff made in Taiwan. I wonder who makes these. But, yeah, so those are some notebooks I got recently. Put into the rotation. The last thing I got that's worth talking about is this new mouse. This is to replace this mouse on my Macintosh. This is a Razer Orochi gaming mouse, and it's also Bluetooth, so I don't even need to have this thing plugged in like this. However, the reason why I'm using it plugged in is because the Bluetooth controllers on the MacBook Pros, this is my year of it, suffer from USB 3.0 interference. Apparently, there's enough interference coming off the USB 3 controller that it interferes with Bluetooth signals. So there's dropouts, the polling rate is slow, and it's very unstable. So that's why I have it on this. I have it plugged in wired mode. So what I'm hoping is that this new Logitech 2S, which is, I think these only came out, these were introduced maybe a month or 2 ago. And they're only really now just getting into the channel where they're easy to find. Also a Bluetooth mouse, but also has its own USB 3 signaling dongle, which I can then move farther away from the computer and have that work, I am hoping. And the reason why I'm replacing this, even though it still works pretty well, is that the click action, when it will sometimes make the clicking noise, but it doesn't actually click. And this has screwed me over enough times now that I am ready to ditch this piece of crap. You know, I guess it's pretty anecdotally typical for a lot of Razer's products that they work great for a while and then some part wears out of it and then it sucks. This is like what people in forums seem to say about it. Works great until it doesn't. And I'm what you would call a hard clicker. Like I beat the hell out of mice. I've never seen a white one like this. This is one reason I'm excited about it. And what does it say? On, turn it on, choose the switch, hold down the connect key, and then I can either use it in the dongle mode or I can use it in Bluetooth mode. And so this doesn't use batteries as a built-in battery, and the charging is like, charging cable is here up front. Okay, so I'll try this one out later. I'm not gonna play with this now. But we'll see how it goes. Let's put this away. And that is today's What's Up Dave. So, you know, I haven't been like streaming for a while. So another thing I've been doing is I've been going to the gym like 3 times a week now, so this is the 3rd week of it. Still doing cardio, but I'm increasing the intensity of it now, so that's getting someplace. So she feels a little bit better. My cardiovascular endurance has increased a little bit, I think. I don't find it as difficult anymore. So that's very positive. And then if I can like lose 4 to 6 inches off my waist, that would be amazing. Because then I can start buying pants that aren't weird balloon clown pants anymore, and that would be wonderful. Not that much else going on. I do want to get back to doing some more design work and doing some more of the virtual co-working stuff. What I've been trying to figure out is the balance between doing my coding work, which we have our next major team interaction is August, mid-August, and I should be able to meet that deadline. But then there's like the big test is in October, and there's a lot of refinement to do. And so I've been finding it difficult to balance like this kind of need to fix and finish all this kind of nebulous stuff right now, and then also do all my own work, which has like fallen by the wayside. And the chat room has also started to take up a lot of time too. But I see it as an important mission to create this space where people can hang out and feel like motivated to work and share their workday with each other. And it's been helpful for me too. I mean, every day, like, I have a place to go now, and I can just go to the chat room and say, hey, what's going on? And new people come in and people share their experiences. Today or yesterday, like someone from France wandered in, having just looked up virtual co-working on the internet and saying, hey, there's this thing, let's go check this out. And maybe they'll stick around. So I think that's it for now. Let's see if I can get back more into a design schedule. There's a bunch of Patreon stuff that I need to look into. There's also a bunch of projects I need to be getting into. But, you know, try to chip away at them every day. But on the plus side, I'm also feeling a lot less existential than I was before. You know, I've resolved quite a few things for myself in the past month or so, which I'll talk about at some point in the future once I really have a good angle on it. In the meantime, it'll just be speculation. So, thanks for watching. Hope you're having a good week, and hopefully I'll see you soon.